the syllabus, and let's go through it. So this is oh boy, already a typo. Exploring Psychology. 104, I got that right. 1 credit hour. We're meeting every Thursday from 10 to 10:50. Here in this room, here's my information. My office is just around the corner here in 4211, so not a far walk to find me. All of my office hours are listed. So Monday, Wednesdays, 1:30 to 3. Tuesdays, 9:30 to 11, and then Thursdays, 12 to 1:30. All in person, but Thursdays also on WebEx. So we're all psychology majors here. Of course, I was a time ago, and I didn't really have a course like this. Right? I entered as a psychology major and just started Intro to Psychology. And how I started to learn about psychology was through talking to my professors. I think you should do that as well to all of your professors. Like I said, there are different perspectives that we have, different types of information, different experiences that we have had in the past that can help you along your journey. Right? So I think some of the psychology faculty are actually licensed to do as therapists, so they might be better options than I am. I'm more of an experimental psychologist. I do research in psychology, but I was never licensed to do any form of therapy. So just because I might not have a specific answer for you doesn't mean that we don't have somebody here that can. So this course, I think, will be valuable for you because it's going to expose you to what you can do in psychology, what types of perspectives are out there. It's going to help you just be a more efficient student on campus. We're going to have various service speakers from the Career Center, from the Student Center for Student Wellbeing, from the Writing Place, so various FLCC campus resources as well will be in this course. So the catalog description essentially boils down what I just said, but we're going to overview support services that are on campus, student practices, and we'll talk about careers in psychology and psychotherapy, including subfields. APA, that's the American Psychological Association. We have our own style of writing and formatting, so you'll get a little bit of APA instruction as well, which will benefit you in the 200 level classes that you will eventually take, because those are more writing intensive, and so you'll need to understand how to write in APA style. So 2 outcomes for this course: reflect on your own learning and how to apply campus resources to aid your development. And then compare career options. So this course is going to culminate, and there's going to be different parts along the way, but it's going to culminate with a career plan project. And so that's where you can compare career options in psychology, be able to evaluate what's interesting to you, what your abilities are, and what abilities that you might need to achieve your interests and your pursuits. So you come into this class with some idea of what you want to do. You might leave this class with a different perspective on maybe whatever you were thinking you want to do today is not really what you think that you will want to do in the future, and it might you might have something else that interests you. So I do encourage you in this career plan. You'll see you have to do some research on 2 different careers. So yeah, go with the one that you might think about today, but also pick one that maybe you did not think about at all, that might be completely out of your comfort zone today, and research it, and maybe you'll find that it has some things to offer that you could potentially see yourself pursuing in the future. So like I said, no required materials. Only thing is that you need access to the internet, computer, internet, so that you can access the things that we post on, that I post on Brightspace. A couple optional things. So one is, the second one here is for APA style. that could help you in today and in the future. And then this book here, it's not a textbook, but it's the psychology major's companion. Everything you need to know to get to where you want to go. So it's kind of like a career book. It's a what is psychology? What can you do with psychology? What you need to know about psychology and the various careers that it has to offer, and how you can potentially pursue those. So I encourage you to get these, pick these up, if not now, at some points, so that you can utilize them in your future. Anybody have any questions so far before I get too far?
Am I able to print out all of this? I'm not a very computer heavy person.
Yes, you should be able to. Yeah, so all of this will be on Brightspace, which is our learning management system. If you go to MyFLCC, have you been on Brightspace before?
Yes.
Yeah. So MyFLCC and then access Brightspace, it'll bring you to our course page. And you can download all of these documents and print them out.
Alright, thank you.
What was your name, by the way?
My name is Lou.
Lou.
L-U.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the evaluation in this course is going to be fairly straightforward. There's not going to be exams or quizzes or anything. It's going to be mostly weekly assignments. There's going to be a couple weeks where there is nothing due for the next week, but most weeks there's going to be something that you'll have to work on over the next week and then turn in by our next class period, the next Thursday. And these list them off. I'll show you them on Brightspace, but the first one is an FLCC resources assignment. There's a library habits assignment. There's 5 reflective writing assignments on readings that we'll do throughout the semester. What's next assignment, and then the career plan, which has 4 parts. Let me talk a little bit more about the career plan. Like I said, you're going to identify 2 subfields, 2 careers in psychology, and develop a career plan. It's going to be multiple parts, so you'll work through it at various points in the semester. The part 1 is just identifying the career plan, the 2 careers that you want to do. Part 2 is to research them a little bit more and write up what it takes to achieve that, and so forth. So, yeah, you'll research. It'll consist of 4 parts. And part 4 is kind of just a final reflection on your experiences that you've had in the class and working on this project. You know, what affirmed your interests from day 1? What might have changed over the course of the semester, and what you might now be interested in pursuing because of the things that we discussed this semester and your research on the careers. Grading scale is just very simple. Out of 100 points, the career plan, 4 parts. The first 3 parts are worth 10 points each, so that's 30. And then part 4 is kind of just a submitting all of them as a whole, and that final part is worth 20 points. But everything else is worth either 5 or 10 points. Writing assignments 5 points each. The grade scale here. So I do accept late assignments, I suppose, in this course, but there will be a penalty for turning in assignments late. So every 1 day, 24 hours that the assignment is turned in late, 10% will be deducted from your grade. So if you turn in the library habits, which is out of 5 points, 1 day late, 10% of that is 0.5, so you'll start at 4.5. Will be the maximum grade that you can achieve. I'll remind you of all of these assignments. We'll talk about these assignments specifically when they are due. So let me just jump down a little bit to the course schedule. So like next week for today, we're just introducing and doing the syllabus. We'll be out of here probably fairly shortly. Next week, we're going to have Nick Aiza from The Right Place to tell you about The Right Place. Very, very important resource. Potentially not in this class because we're not going to be doing too much writing. There are the reflective assignments. But in other classes that are more writing intensive, whether it's a psychology class or some other class that you take, Write Place is a really good, on any college campus, they all have writing centers, and they are very, very good at what they do, and can help you tremendously to achieve, to improve your writing skills. And then after they talk a little bit, we'll talk about FLCC resources and the assignment, and then the assignment is due by the next week. So all assignments will be due on Wednesday night, the day before our class. So we can come into class fresh. All the assignments are due dates are on the schedule here. There we will also see them on Brightspace. So yeah, the information for all these assignments are on Brightspace as well. So go to course assignments, and they are listed here. So FLCC resources, here's the assignment. If you wanted to get a start on it, it's fairly self-explanatory, but we'll talk about it more next week, and it's due in 2 weeks on September 17th. For this one, for example, the reflective writing, click on this assignment, and you'll see that it has an attachment. Oh, sorry, no, this one does not. This one's a little bit different as well. It does not have an attachment. I was thinking of this one, the Age of the Red Pen. So always click on these assignments. Again, before they are due, I will show you all of this, but this one has an attachment, and this is the reading that you would need to do for class. We'll discuss this article in class, and then the reflective assignment will be due the following week. So all of these assignments, if there are materials you need, are attached to the assignment. So Library Habits, I think, has something, yeah, library rules document. Okay. So you can take a look at these assignments whenever you want, but we will discuss them all a week before they are due. None of these assignments are supposed to be super time intensive. The career plan is going to be the most time intensive, and that's going to be broken down into various parts. And that's something that's, will be kind of discussed in most of our classes, and I'll remind you of, do your research on your career plan so that it's not too much at the end of the semester. But all the other assignments can definitely get done in the week that we have to do them. We only meet once a week, so you have a full week to do the assignments. Well, like I said, if you wanted to get ahead and look at the assignments, all of the information that you need, all of the resources, documents that you need, the readings, they are all posted within each assignment. So like this one has 2 articles, 2 documents. Click on them, download them, they are all posted. Any questions yet? Alright. I think the only other thing, so yeah, policy-related assignments. Yes, question?
Would you like to print this out for me, please and thank you?
I couldn't print this from this computer.
Alright.
Sorry.
'Cause I had trouble getting on the computer earlier. I wasn't able to do it earlier.
The library is probably the best bet
Alright.
to do this.
Thank
to
you.
print from.
Do I need to pay to use that printer? Or is it only for color printing?
Yeah, I think it's only colored that you have to pay for.
Alright,
Black and white, so this it should be free.
Thank you.
So attendance policy, I do have an attendance policy. We have 15 meetings today and 15 weeks. So 3 classes is 20% of the course. That's 3 weeks out of 15. Missing more than 3 weeks, so missing 4 weeks, a full month out of 15, it's 25. Yeah, a little bit more than 25% of the course. So more than 3 classes will be a half letter grade deduction. So if you end the course with a B, you'll get a B minus, a C plus, you'll get a C. And then each additional 2 classes. So missing more than 5. So 6 classes will be 6 full weeks. We're pushing 40% of the semester. That'll be an additional half letter grade, and so forth every 2 additional absences. So please come to class. That's where we're going to be talking about the assignments. It's where we're going to be talking about the career services and FLCC campus services that will help you in this course, but mostly we're trying to get you prepared for your other courses as well. Any questions about that?
Yes. Would you like to repeat the first part you said so I could write it down?
Yeah, so just in terms of the attendance policy here, it's underlined here, the main part of the attendance policy. We have 15 weeks of this semester, and you are free to miss 3 of those weeks, 3 of those, because we only meet once a week. Free to miss 3 of them, and that's fine. More than 3 will be a half letter grade deduction. So if you finish the course with a B, you will get a B minus. After that, every additional 2 classes you miss, so more than 5, more than 7, more than 9, will come with an additional half letter grade deduction. So that being said, we do meet just once a week, so it is really important to be here as much as you can. If there are emergencies, I understand. If there is a Thursday that you know in advance that you cannot make because you have a doctor appointment, you have something that you need to go to, that is fine. That does not mean that you are exempt from the assignment that's due the next week. You still got to keep up with doing the assignments. But emergencies, doctor's appointments, things that are unforeseeable, and you let me know of them, I'm not going to count that against you. Okay? This is really just for, just flaking out of the class, not coming to class for no other good reason other than not wanting to come to class. So let me know, keep me updated on your situations. Any other questions? Okay. All right, so academic integrity and honesty. Please just make sure you don't plagiarize, right? Especially in this course where this is such a personal course. The assignments are pretty all low stakes. I anticipate everybody earning a good grade in this course. What we're doing here is really, really personal to you. And so you should have the capability of doing the assignments without the use of AI, without plagiarizing any other career plan that you could possibly find out on the internet. It would just be doing a disservice to you. Really spend some time in your first semester here as you are looking to pursue something in the realm of psychology. It's going to benefit you in the long run if you have some ideas about what you're interested in. So don't use AI, don't plagiarize your assignments. Okay. And then some other information is about the faculty handbook, student handbook. That's where to be respectful in classroom environment. There's going to be some discussion. We're going to share some of our career plan findings and research. So everybody just be respectful to your classmates in their presentation of their work. And that is all that I wanted to say. So again, the schedule here is at the end of the syllabus. It's also posted as a separate link on Brightspace. And for any of these assignments, they are all here. You can get a start on them whenever you'd like. The week before they are due, we will talk specifically about them. So I don't recommend getting too far ahead of the class. But you can certainly take a look at them. You can start reading some of the assignments, some of the things. So the first reading is the end of October. We're going to be doing a lot of guest speaking and stuff in the beginning, and just kind of getting our feet wet. And then towards the middle and end, we'll be doing some more reading and discussion and writing these reflective papers. Everything that is there for you. There's a few things here that we may not talk about, so these are just other things, like I'll see about how much time we might have given the guest speakers, and we can fill in time with some other, these are just kind of classic experiments that you'll probably learn about in Intro to Psychology, but we can potentially talk about those. There's some resources on APA style. We'll have a full class about APA style, so we'll reference these documents. And then there's just documents for the career plan that you can take a look at, but as I said, we'll go over the instructions in advance of when everything is due. But they are there available to you if you'd like to take a look before then. All right. Anybody have any questions, comments, thoughts? Yes.
May I look at the rubric one more time?
Yeah, I didn't pull up the rubric, but I can.
Oh, sorry, thank you.
No worries.
So that's one thing I was stressing about all morning is trying to find the rubric.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is just for the career plan, the rubric for the career plan that's due at the end of the semester.
What's the career plan?
Yeah, so that's just one of the assessments that we will, we'll talk more about it over the course of the semester, but
All right.
essentially you'll need to identify 2 careers that you can see yourself being interested in that are within psychology, right?
Oh.
So you can't pick a career like, you want to be a NFL starting tonight, so that's I had the NFL. I want to be a football player and what it takes to be an NFL football player. Careers within psychology, 2 of them to explore a little bit deeper, to do research on, and to reflect upon, and to figure out what it takes to do to actually pursue those careers and so forth. So there's 4 different parts, and yeah, we'll talk more about it in the upcoming weeks. But that's the main thing in this course that'll be culminates all of what we work on this semester.
I was taking this. I was taking psychology in college to help me with my art skills, so I can like put more soul into my work. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a career in psychology, but I can definitely explore one.
Yeah, well, that one of the there's art therapy as a career in psychology.
Oh, nice.
A lot of psychology majors find a way to do art therapy, so that's potential. There's avenues. I think this is why a lot of people are drawn to psychology. One of the reasons I was drawn to psychology is there's a lot of things that you can do. Anything that you are interested in, try to focus on what you're interested in, not what you are interested in psychology, but what are you interested in just as a person in your life? And then try to figure out, okay, well, how does psychology help me to achieve my interests, right? How can I put my interests to work with a degree in psychology? A lot of people try to, okay, I'm a psychology major, I gotta do something with psychology, I gotta find a job that says they want a psychology major. There's a lot of jobs out there that are done by psychology majors that don't specifically require a psychology degree, bachelor's degree, right? They just want a bachelor's degree. But being a psychology major does for you is it gives you, interpersonal skills, it gives you empathetic skills, it gives you writing skills. There's a lot of things that we teach our psychology students that can help you in a wide variety of careers.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? All right, so let me just show you the schedule one more time. There's nothing due next week. So we'll meet 1 week from today on September 11th. And we'll have a guest speaker for probably the first 15, 20 minutes of class. And then I'll talk more about, so the guest speaker from the right place, and then I'll talk more about the FLCC resources and how you can utilize those resources to benefit you here during your career. So I'll let you go. Have a great rest of your day and week and weekends. And early next week, I won't see you. I've never taught a class like this where we're meeting just once a week, but I will see you next Thursday where we will start the programming. Have a good week.
Thanks, you too.